As you could tell from the intro video, this week we are tackling the Eric Clapton Classic, Cocaine. So, this song is it's a pretty easy song if you're a beginner, and if you're an intermediate player, there's a lot of fun little licks you can throw in to kind of spice it up. So I thought we'd just start off with the basic outline of the song. Most of the song is two chords. You're looking at your E power chord on the A string and the D power chord on the A string as well, the root on the A string. So first chord here is the E power chord, A string, 7th fret, D string, 9th fret, G string, 9th fret with your pinky. The other chord is the same shape. You hold that same shape, go down a whole step to the 5th fret. So it's 5 on the A string, 7 on the D and G. So here's those two chords. So the whole basic idea of the song is just this. If you can play that, you can play 90% of the song pretty much. So that is the main riff for the intro as well as the verse. Now the chorus is basically that same power chord shape, starting on your first chord in the E. Then it goes down to the D for that second chord. And then it goes to the C, which is the same chord shape but in the 3rd fret. So you're going to be on the A string, 3, and then 5 on the D and G. Then down a half step, same chord shape to the B. And then it goes back into that main riff. So that is, if you could do that, you can put on the record right now and play along. Or you could jam it out with your friends. So if you want to spice it up a little bit, and when you listen to the recording, you're going to hear some things thrown in there. You're also going to hear that there's a lot more than one guitar going on. There's one just playing the chords like I showed you. There's another one that's doing sort of like a funky kind of rhythm under it. And then and you have the Eric Clapton guitar track, which has all of that as well as some little licks thrown in. So I thought we'd take a look at that right now. We'll start with the intro first. So you're going to start off the same with the E and the D with that. And then he does this little fill here. So you're starting, it's just like a trill on the 2nd fret of the A string. Just hammer on, pull off. So we'll put that up on the screen for you. The open D string after. So. And then after that, instead of playing the chords again, you're still going to hear the chords because, like I said, there's other guitars covering that. He comes in with this little slide lick on the G string. So after you do the chord and the fill, then it comes in. Now, when you listen to it, you notice he doesn't put any vibrato on it. It's sort of a nasty habit I have of always wanting to put vibrato on something, especially if I don't have a band behind me, like I'm just messing around. But fight your urge if you have that urge too. It's just he's just holding the note still. And then after he plays that little lick, it's got like another little fill, so it's this kind of. So the two together would be like. And then from there, you're going back to that main riff with the two chords, the D and the E, or the E and the D, sorry, start on E. But instead of going back to the D chord, this is my favorite lick in the whole song. So we'll tab that out a little bit. And then from there, does this little, so all together it would be. And then you are into the verse of the song. So you do that, the main riff, if you will, we'll call it riff A. Then the second time in the verse, we're out of the intro now, you go to what we'll call riff B, which is, it starts the same, but instead of going to the, he does this. So it's, then the third time you're playing the riff, you go back to the riff A. And then the fourth time, so he just goes riff A to B, riff A to B. It just repeats the whole cycle twice. So you go through the main riff basically 4 times. And then you go into the chorus, which we went over, I believe, with the E, D, C, B. Back into the... Of course, when you play it, you won't put that mistake I just did. So that is a pretty good overview, I feel, of the Eric Clapton Classic, Cocaine. Always play along with a metronome, a drum machine, or just the record. I played along with the records all the time when I was learning. I still do it every day. It's a lot of fun. And next week we'll be tackling another topic. Until then, I'm Mikey, and this is Mikey's Blues Box. I hope you enjoy playing Cocaine for your friends. See you next week.